Today we see Game Client version 1.68 start its phased rollout on ZWIFT and across all supported platforms over the next few days. Nothing major in this release, mostly bug fixes and miscellaneous improvements. And before you ask, no new HUD just yet and no syncing from third parties for those workouts just yet either. They've been promised, but they're still coming soon. One thing they did fix is they rolled back that resistance change on the Epic KOM, which caused a few problems as people were slowed down on their testing courses they were using. They've also added a hardware tab under the settings in-game, so watch out for that. If you're looking at changing some settings, they may have been relocated. And there's a fix for the kicker bike where the controls would go wonky as well. Now the biggest news with this update today is the in-game Tour de France themed events, which will be heading up Climb Portal. Yes, this is a first. Climb Portal was only a solo ride thing. Now, over the next 3 or so weeks, they'll be holding events around the clock, heading up Tour de France themed climbs in Climb Portal. Let's have a closer look at what all those climbs are about. Okay, firstly, pulling up the official website for this over at ZWIFT.com. Between June 28 and July 22nd, legendary climbs of the tour, where they've handpicked the most iconic climbs of this year's Tour de France route, just for you. From the legendary Col de Glibière, featured in the Tour de France over 60 times, to the punishing near 20% grades of the Col de la... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, nor most of these climbs. Okay, once you click on the Tour de France icon there, it will pull up the registration screen right here. You can also register in-game from the home screen. But what this is all about is the 8 iconic climbs listed here in Climb Portal. We'll have 8 of the Tour de France's most iconic climbs, tackle them on demand through July 22nd or in a group event, which I think is going to be quite the unique experience. Now, once you complete any of those events, you'll get this interesting looking Grand Depart kit. Oh, and also note, there's other events as well. So there's Z Racing and there's the monthly Tour de France mission. But my interest is in these climbs. And as always, for more in-depth Zwift information, it's over to our friends at Zwift Insider. Eric has a great post about these climbs, including exactly which dates, which climbs, distances, and elevation, and even direct sign-up links for every single one of these events. Zwift Insider making life very, very easy for us. Now a closer look at the gradient on every one of these 8 climbs, starting off in order with the first climb that comes up here. So 3 kilometers at just under 5%, easing off there at the top. That's a good little teaser to start off the campaign. Climb number 2, 10.3 Ks at 5.2%. Looks very steady-ish all the way up. Climb number 3, Sting of the Tail at the top of 10.2 kilometers there, averaging just under 6%. Climb 4, you're working really hard at the start, and then it's into the hard slog through the middle here, into a hairpin turn and all the way up to the top there. 12.1 Ks at just under 7%. The Perisword, 8.3 Ks at 6.7%, with, based on the shading that I'm seeing there, has a bit of a pinch around this corner here. And again, right near the top. Climb number 6, looking like a bowl of Fruity Loops, with lots of gradient changes there and a few little sharp corners. 19 kilometers at just under 6%. That's going to take some time getting up there. Climb number 7, 18.3 Ks at 6.6%, with a few interesting sections here, here, and here. That's going to be one hell of a slog. And climb number 8, my kind of climb, because most of it is downhill. Well, at least from here and down here. 15.3 kilometers at 3.1% average, but with any climb that has a descent, those numbers up here are very, very misleading, because yes, you are doing 16.6% there, 15.8 there, 11.6 there. There's no free kilometers on this climb. Well, actually there is. It's the descent just here. That's going to be free. That you're going to be working for. Okay, so there's a quick rundown of the 8 Tour de France climbs in-game. I'll put a link below to this post over at Zwift Insider, which I highly recommend you go check out for more information. Now, in the past, any event that's been themed around something as high profile as the Tour, we've seen hundreds, if not thousands of riders enter every single event. So that many riders heading up Climb Portal, it's going to be quite the spectacle. So keep an eye on the calendars for that. Also of note, Eurobike 2024, the world's biggest bicycle trade show, kicks off this time next week. There's always something interesting there for the indoor side of things. I'll be over there looking for interesting bike tech to cover. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find another trainer that supports the ZWIFT protocol, which means it will support the ZWIFT ride frame. More trainers support that would be a victory or a win for consumers, so stay tuned to the channel. I'll report back with what I find. Okay, with that, we'll leave it there for today. As always, likes, subscribes, do all the things. It really helps out. See you soon.